Good evening, UD. I'm Eden Zilker with WVUD News. Bike theft has taken a turn for the worse recently. There are 2 cases of on-campus bike theft on both East and West Campus at UD. The first incident happened on Saturday, November 8th. A man was observed walking along a walkway by Dickinson Hall and then removed a bike from the Dickinson A bike rack. The second theft happened on Tuesday, November 11th. 2 men were observed on a surveillance camera removing 2 bikes from the Gilbert Hall area. Keep your bikes locked up safe with locks that cannot be tampered with. In somewhat local news, the Dover police are looking for a man they say was involved in a home invasion and dropped his wallet while running away from an officer. Late Saturday, a man kicked open the door to an apartment and entered. The 2 residents woke up to their dog barking and saw a man with a handgun. The man demanded money but ran away after one of the victims approached him. Authorities say an officer responding to the resident's 911 call saw a man near the home. Using identification in the wallet, police are looking for 27-year-old Eric Wyatt of Dover. In national news, House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi has passed the torch to Representative Ben Ray Lujan of New Mexico to head the party's campaign committee. Lujan was elected in 2008. Will succeed New York Rep. Steve Israel as chairman of the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee. Lujan led the committee's Latino Council this past election. The announcement was made through Twitter, saying Lujan's vision, energy, and leadership will mean victory for the Democrats in 2016. Democrats lost at least a dozen seats in the midterm elections. Flashing signs for pot. A Colorado task force searching for a new way to comply with a new law requiring edible marijuana to have a distinct look made no progress after 4 meetings of debate. The meeting was wrapped up on Monday with no consensus or votes on what marijuana-infused foods and drugs should look like. The members have mostly argued about whether it would be possible to make sure the wide variety of pot-infused products don't look like regular foods. The Marijuana Enforcement Division is required to submit a recommendation by February to lawmakers. In international news, Russian President Vladimir Putin is warning that Russia won't allow the defeat of pro-Russian rebels in eastern Ukraine. In an interview with German TV, Putin also says both sides will need to make concessions in order for a peace deal to succeed. The rebels have been battling Ukrainian troops in a conflict that has claimed more than 4,000 lives. Putin says the fighting is continuing because both the rebels and the Ukrainian troops haven't pulled back from the front line, although they were supposed to, as required by September ceasefire. The Kremlin has repeatedly denied claims by Ukraine and the West that Moscow has been fueling the rebellion with troops and weapons. Now for an update on a sore subject. Parents of Peter Kasig, an American aid worker, wrote a brief statement Monday, the day after the U.S. confirmed that their son had been killed. They had said that their son experienced firsthand more of the harsh realities of life than most people can imagine, but choose to believe in the good. Peter Kasig was captured October 1, 2013, while delivering aid in Syria through a relief organization he founded. The former U.S. Army Ranger converted to Islam during captivity and changed his first name to Abdul Rahman. The White House confirmed Kasig's death after the Islamic State group released a video showing that Kasig had been beheaded. The Islamic group has now killed 5 Westerners it was holding. Now for sports. This past Sunday, the UD women's basketball team went neck and neck with Marist, finally clinching the victory with a score of 70-60. Be sure to catch their game this Friday night at 4 p.m. against East Carolina. Just an update on weather. The temperature is currently 46 degrees, but will drop after sunsets to a low of 25 degrees. Keep the mittens and hats handy because there's no break in the cold over the next few days. For WVUD, I'm Eden Zilker. Be sure to tune in at 6 p.m. for the final report of the day.